Welcome back to Physics with Miss McQueary, everyone. Today we're going to talk to you about some velocity versus time graphs, and we're going to break these down into more manageable chunks. Instead of giving you all the information at once, we're going to cover specific skills at one particular time. So the first thing we need to know is what in the world is a velocity versus time graph? All right, well, imagine the following. Let's just say you're driving down the road and you've got a car, or we'll give them a pickup truck, actually. All right. That pickup truck starts at rest. All right. So initially, at time 0, the velocity is also 0. Okay. And then eventually, it starts to speed up a little bit. All right. It speeds up. And we'll just say at 2 seconds, now it's moving 10 meters per second. I gotta be careful to keep my units involved here. Finally, all right, it's gonna be allowed to go 2 more seconds, so we're at 4 now, but this time it's slowed down 5 meters per second. Okay, that's the physical thing that's going on. It went from rest, then it sped up to 10, then went back down to 5. In a velocity versus time graph, we can represent the motion of that car that we just talked about, like so. Here's our velocity in the y direction, since it's our dependent variable, and we have our independent variable t in this direction, okay? And just for good measure, let's go ahead and label these. So I'm going to make this, we'll make this 5 and 10. This is going to be, of course, in meters per second. And then over here in time, like these in seconds, and we'll make this 2, 4, 6. Okay. Now let's graph that. At time 0, it's at 0. It's at rest. All right. By the time it gets to 2 seconds, we're going 10 meters per second. So we need to get up here somewhere. All right. Then at 4 meters per second, or 4 seconds, it's going 5 meters per second. So 4, it's going 5. So let's go ahead. We're going to connect the dots here. All right. All that's doing is it's telling us how fast something is traveling in each one of those time intervals. 6 is left blank, but we could add another one. We could say maybe at 6 seconds, maybe he decides to turn around. He's going, we'll say, -2 meters per second. Okay, let me change our graph over here. And we'll say, okay, here's -5. At 6 seconds, he's at -2. Now, we've got to be really careful. This isn't telling you necessarily where it's located. This is telling you how fast it's going in each one of these spots. So we could flip this backwards. Maybe we wouldn't give you all this information. We might say, for example, when time is equal to 4 seconds, how fast is it traveling? And you look up here and you'd say, okay, well, at 4 seconds, I'm traveling about 5 meters per second. That's the basic part of reading a velocity versus time graph for velocity. If you want to learn more about velocity versus time graphs, we have videos on calculating acceleration, displacement, and identifying the instantaneous velocity. Till next time, see ya.